Where's Justin Andrews?
Okay, welcome back to the action of the Division 1 preliminary final for the 94 GDFL season. At three-quarter time, we've got 21 points to margin, bounce down, and the big fella Welsh gets first kick of the quarter. Little chip poke over the top looking for Elmer. Laura Doyle comes in, likewise Gavin. Now McCabe tries to pick it up, can't do so. Good strong work there, Stasic got it to Malakalis, and away go the Emmos. Sammy Luke picks it up and goes long to Jarman. Knocked away Jolly, good football as the Rooster butters up. Over the top he goes, Jarman, but the half volley couldn't cleanly pick it up, and here comes Camerono.
He goes on left foot and he kicks it 50 metres looking for Tate. He's up, he can't hold the mark. Knocked away from him, here comes Greaves at ground level, did well. Chipped the ball back into the corridor. Bishop charges out on the lead. He's got 3 or 4 in front of him. Battles one of them. He throws into the ground. It goes to Corey Vincent. He gets to the Tate. He's a natural left footer. He fires across the goal mouth. Into the cave. Here's Glenn Light with 2 ends and the ball flashing quite profusely. He has kicked the goal. And I reckon they're in the grand final now, Laurie Nagoli.
Top effort. I quite agree with you there with that comment that into the grand final of the week, but I like the way they shared the footy about there.
Daryl Bissett, Justin Tate.
Yeah, top stuff. You know,
now, like Tate could have just blared away and hit the point, but no, he saw the boys in the 10 metre square, chipped it to him.
Exactly. That's what good footy's all about. Well, share it around.
It was good stuff too, because he was on his left foot. Like Cordy was going to have a bit of a flash at the goal mouth, but he got told or got called or whatever. The kick was okay, and Glenn Light with 2 ends of the ball flashing and put it right through the middle.
Where's Jeff McClure? The footy's gone again.
Yep, that footy has gone again. Here comes the Newie.
Newie.
There's a few happy kids down there behind the goal. They've been about 7 home today. They'll sell all those. 13-8-86 Anakie. Amethyst 9-5-59 the Bird. Cameron, famous Blakeville in Geelong, chartered account and scoreboard, and the umpire puts it down in the middle once again.
Oh, Welsh too good, too strong, too clever. But on that occasion, Reynolds got the rebound. Quick chip out. Thompson takes it. Feeds back to, shocking kick from Middleton, and he's kicked it straight to young Greaves. Oh, he's played on and put poor old Costello under trouble, but got it back. Good footy.
Tremendous team stuff, and Tate takes no chances, knocks it on 35 metres, good as a kick. Here comes Gavin, pulled up the footy by McCabe, he got a kick off the ground, didn't travel much distance on that occasion. Pack falls, there will be a ball up, Ronnie. It's about 58 metres out
too
from
many
goal.
turnovers today.
Oh, look, a bloke at his ability. I mean, when he gets the ball, he usually uses it properly, but today has been a very ordinary game for him.
Hasn't been his best today, the Schwarzer. We've seen him play better. Up they go. Corey takes it there. A backhand, a flip with a little kick over the top, looking for Light. He's knocked away from Light. Here comes Luke, being the best player for the Amethyst. No doubt about that in my mind. He chips the ball back to centre wing. Up goes Wilson, knocked away by Camarotto. Wilson at ground level. It bounces swiftly for him. The Rooster has to bounce it. He does. He's shipping it by the Schwarzer. Rooster goes in a half forward.
Gentlemen.
No,
it's Andrews.
Here comes Andrews. He's in the forward line now. He fires at the goal mouth. He kicked it like a defender. That's out of bounds.
Okay, ball
It's
now
on the full.
Yeah, Anakie regained possession. Looks out there for Camarotto. Used his body well, but Andrews rises to the occasion and takes a screamer at half forward.
He's played a good game.
They moved into the forward line this final quarter. Justin Andrews, he's used to playing up there. He goes towards centre half forward. Jarman the target. Hearn the hand pass back to Jolly in a bit of strive. He's played very well, this boy, I reckon, Jolly. This is Darren. He chips the ball towards Tate, who's up from behind. Might have pushed his opponent out of the way on that occasion, and I think you'll find it is a free kick. Amethyst going to go into attack, Ronnie.
Plugger.
Just short of the...
Yeah, Plugger sure it is. And looks to the Rooster, who takes a great grab. Plays on quickly, the kick drops short. Thompson attacks it, but he forgot to take the footy with him. Allows Gogol to come in. Strong work there, Neville Gogol. Sets it up now.
The shepherd was good from Gogol.
Certainly was. Greaves goes out wide to Light. Light Stasic, good battle, but Light kicks it in front of him, keeps his footing. Can't pick it up though, the young fella. Now he does. Gets around his opponent. Time to steady and drive the ball into attack where it's in front. The Heap.
Here comes the Heap. He's got the ball outside the 50. He's had a quiet day by his own standards. He puts it up. He's looking in the forward zone. Up goes Tate. He can't take the mark. At the base of the pack, Reynolds over. He's kicked the goal of the day. I tell you what, that is a magnificent goal. The big fella shows amazing agility, and he drills the final nail for couple of the Geelong Amethyst for 1994.
I think that's going to make it very hard for the Amateurs now. What a great goal. When there's two amateur defenders there with the ball, next minute this goes over, picks it up and turns and kicks a great goal.
Yes, video gives you everything but the replay. We killed the replay. We would kill for that. Was sensational.
That's top stuff. That'll put Anakie alight now.
6'4" and about 17 stone. The agility is unbelievable. Welsh is back in the centre, takes it out of the air. He hand passes towards Pittman at half forward. In a bit of stripe as Pittman can't knock the ball back. He does now. Gets into Camerotto. He won't go short. Look at this long kick into the forward zone for Camerotto. It bounces badly there. Trying to meet the ball in the forwards battle. Did well. Well tackled. Loses it in possession there. Goes to Richardson. He paddles the ball to the fence. The heap's got it. He tumbles the ball back in towards the goal mouth. It goes past his brother Corey. Up to Daisy. Ken McCabe just put it out of bounds. And tell you what, he was 1 metre from the line, slipped it straight out. He slipped it 10 metres out, and that's got to be a free kick, Laurie.
Definitely a free kick. I was just about to say, just it shows how well Andrews has played on the heap. All of a sudden, he's starting to get quite a few kicks.
He's in the play now. Yep,
certainly. What do you do? Put the Andrews back?
No, they've got to win it, Ron. They can't. It's no good tying down Darryl. They've got to win the game. A little Phil Gavin now. He's got 1-1 on the board. He'd be aiming for 2-1, not 1-2, if you know what I mean. Not the old 1-2. He's aiming for 2-1. He comes in, he tries to bend on the inside of the instep there. The kick looks all right. No, just tripped it too far. 1.0 is Phil Gavin. But he's been a bit of a dangerous player on that forward pocket.
Okay, Anakie 14.993, amateurs 9.559. Bird Cameron Charlie Accountant. Final quarter scoreboard. Malik Callis, the high flyer. Gee whiz, could have hurt Pittman too in that encounter. Loose ball at half back. The Rooster. It's a little quick kick, well smothered, but Doyle's there for the amateur side. Gets around his opponent well. Now kicks to the centre wing. Looks there for Stewart. Well up the ground. Can't take the football. Greaves doing well. Can't pick it up. Now an opportunity for Taylor. Oh, they're having a lot of trouble with the footy at the moment. It's that new footy I think you'll find is a bit slippery as McCabe now comes in. Paddles it out towards the boundary line. But Greaves picks it up and goes out wide. Pack of players form. Gee whiz, it's good football there for a minute. Good tough footy.
There too, Ron. Here's big Tate. He's done all right. He's got a bit of time, Tate too. Gives it back to little Gavin. That's the tall and the short of it. Gavin chips it in short and little Fully takes the mark forward to the centre of the ground. Probably 2.5 kicks away from goal. He's got Walsh out wide. He elects not to use him. He goes long, but the umpire's blown the whistle. And it's got to come back. And Jason Flynn has to repeat the dose short of centre half forward. The little fella now looks around. He's going to go the short one. Chips it over the top and the kick's all right because Mickey Gibbons sits back and smokes a big fat cigar and takes a nice little mark. He's too far out to score for mine, 65 metres out. He's spot on this torpedo up to Corey, over the shoulder, not paid. Here's Sammy Luke at ground level. Dash well up the paddle's fist. Luke now gets the ball out of danger. You know where he's kicked it? Straight down the throat there of, looks like Jason Greaves, who takes the mark in the centre of the ground for Anakie.
Been very busy the last half of football, Jason, doing well and good use of the footy. Picks out Glenn Light at half forward. He chips it over the top, and that looks like Neville Gogol at half forward, also with the amateurs.
He's forgot what end of the ground he's at. He's forgot he's playing in defence. Laurie to goal, he's gone down the ground. He's forgot where he is.
It's just typical of what Anakie do at the moment. They're just sharing the ball around the world, using up valuable time.
Well, Gogol's kick, he's got Alzheimer's, Gogol, for sure. He's that old, he's got Alzheimer's. He's kicked it into the forward. I forgot what end of the ground he was at. And, well, he's found the luckiest bloke of all time, Camerotto, hit him in the chest when everyone missed it.
Didn't know he had it, did he?
No, hit him in the bread basket. A little bit of beef there, not as much as you, Heap, as you walk past the camera there.
He likes to kick.
Camerotto, he'll kick. Well, he'll kick it. I'll tell you what, they'll get another footy out.
He's
only about 30 metres out from goal. He's going to kick. He's going to kick it from about 21.
No one on
That means he'll kick it about 68 metres past the goal umpire. Hope the kids are running backwards now. Comes in and goes for goal. He's missed it, but we've got to get a new footy anyway. Shipped it a long way back. Oh, there it comes back again. 1.0 to Paul Camerotto. Gogol's all right. He's at the wrong end, John.
There you are. Now, Richardson with the footy, hesitates, elects to go down the middle of the ground, looks there for Sammy Luke, half volley, picks it up well, Colin, but he's good enough to get the foot to ball, and out we go now. Yes, Cookie.
94 plays 59 the Bird Cameron Chartered Accountant scoreboard.
Okay, but half forward, but a great diving mark taken there, Darren Jolly. who hasn't put a foot wrong here this afternoon.
He's done all right, hasn't he? Little Chip's all right. Jason Grease takes the mark. Andrew Smith stands the mark, and not quite enough for Smithy today, I don't think. He chips it out wide. He finds little Flynn. Flynn goes on the left foot. He goes too far for Welsh. Over the top, Malakellis went with the one-hander and missed it. Picks it up now, up and under. And it's out on the full and hit the bike track, and there's a bit of hooing and harring going on out there. The crowd.
Actually, Cookie, I'd do that if Welshie's running down on me as well. I think
Good pressure.
An amazing turn of pace from the big fella.
Yeah, good pressure from the big fella. Forced the error. Camerotto now gets the free kick. Long bomb up there for the high flyers. Daryl Bissett.
Well, you're right, Laurie. They took Andrews up. We were screaming for it early. Took him up all of a sudden the last quarter. He's had 2 or 3 kicks. He's been a real threat. And here he is with the ball almost directly in front row.
He comes in, makes no mistake, and puts the death knock into the Amateurs' coffin. Daryl Bissett now. Let's have a look. I think you'll find that's his first of the afternoon. But what a nice goal it was. He's up to 100 points.
He looks like the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies there on the screen there. The hoop. 15, 10, 100 Anakie. Amateurs 9, 5, 59. I tipped the Anakie side by 8 goals, Ronnie. How far out am I at the moment? I've bet 1 away, I reckon.
It's 40. Get the
Well, you reckon you're the accurate one, I tell you what. I reckon I'm the accurate one. I reckon I've nearly got it right again.
5 points the margin at the moment, so you've done all right, haven't you, Cookie?
Ooh, I'm very close, Ronnie. Another 40, another 40. Jesus, Tommy's share will be wrapped in this. Final quarter, 11 minutes gone in the Rockies, 24-hour locksmith time clock. It's all over here at the Western Oval. Amateurs have been gallant at the last quarter. Anakie have just steamrolled out of the middle, and they've kicked goals when they wanted to kick them. And they've got D. Bissett going all right there. They've got C. Bissett going all right all day. Tate's come into the play. And their little players, Greaves, Finn, Elmer, been too good in the afternoon, Ronnie.
Yeah, they certainly have, and congratulations to the Anakie Football Club because, well, I predicted it. Even though I thought conditions might have gone against them today, but gee whiz, they've done a great job coming from 4th spot, and they got in on the last game of the year.
You predicted this halfway through the year, didn't you, Ron Brunt?
Oh, he said that, but it's not on tape. He predicted it one night at the end of his glass. Pittman goes down to the ground towards Corey Bissett, can't hold the mark. Farrell's at the back of the pack, he tumbles the punt out wide. Looks for Middleton, been a little bit quiet. Now he's got it to Schwarzer, spins it on the right foot. Up and under kick, he might have been decked after he got rid of it, was he?
number, is it?
And it's a free kick to Taylor, is it, down the ground? Yes, Taylor goes down, up goes that, looked like Jamison, was it? Costello it was, couldn't hold the mark, at ground level. Brad Thompson's got it for the MOs, chips the left foot kick around the body, not a good one. This is Jolly, this is Ring Mr. Jolly as hit as you can. The Electrolux man takes the mark.
Yeah, well, she doing as he likes at half back, just chips over the top, and yep, the Amateurs have stopped to a walk. As now Glenn Light drives them forward. Daryl Bissett, no, good hand there from Farrell. Just got it in time there because Daryl was set to take it at the mark. As the boys from Anakie are suggesting that it was on the full.
But no doubts about it, Ron.
Umpire said, no, we'll throw it in.
Tate knocked the ball back into play. It went off an Amateurs player's leg about shin high and over the boundary line. The boundary umpire just a little bit behind on that occasion. And the free kick wasn't paid. Corey Bissett doing the ruck work over the top. Reynolds got it down to Luke. Away comes Luke on the left foot. Out of the defensive zone goes Luke, heading out wide at Taylor. Taylor gathers, tumbles the punt very quickly. It's out of bounds. Ball bouncing away from the pro alarm sign. 13.5 minutes gone on the Rockies. 24-hour locksmith time clock. 15-10, 100 Anakie. And the Amateurs have got 9 goals, 5. Looks like 59 in the dark and the gloom here at the Western Oval.
Yes, and well, they haven't really bothered the scorers in this final quarter. And it would be very disappointing from a Bruce Harwood point of view, the coach of the MOs, because, you know, if you really be wanting to win this, wouldn't you? And unfortunately for them today, Anakie just not allowing them to get anywhere near the scorer.
Kick in towards the centre of the ground. A player pushed out. Looks like Marty Stewart, is it? Way out the ground?
Yeah, playing at centre half forward, Cookie. Desperation move, I think.
Well, they're trying to give a lift. They've probably got Andrews down to full forward now as Stewart goes onto the right foot. Out wide he goes. Welsh drifts in from the side. Makes a good contest. That couldn't mark it. Pittman puts the body in. Got it back there towards Gogol. And the Gogol goes around to the light bulb. He can't hold the ball though. Sasic comes in moving. Pitches, takes it over the line in front of the Rooster sign. 100 plays 59. It's 41 points the difference, and we've got about 14.5 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. The Bert Cameron are bringing us the final quarter.
Yep. Your tax and accounting needs, give them a call on 216 111 as Walsh again with skill. Lost the footy, kicked off the carpet. That was well done there for Flynn, I think it was fine. Amateurs, they repel. Up they go, down she comes. And I think you'll find that Taylor has infringed there on his opponent. And it looks... Goggle will get the free kick.
Laurie, this thing's gone out the game now, hasn't it?
Certainly has, Cookie, this time of the game. I guess there's not much left for Amateurs, and Anakie probably just waiting for next week to arrive.
Well, you know, it's disappointing. Where's the fight?
Gagle's kick wasn't as good as he would have liked. He kicked it straight to Jimmy Malakillas, who chips it across the centre half back where Richardson in the long sleeves takes the mark. He kicks it. Oh, yeah, Camerado intercepted beautifully there. Lovely mark in front of Smith was Camerado. What's the kick? Here, have a look at that, Ronnie. That's the way you got to kick him down the corner. He missed it. He's outmarked for this occasion from behind. Is it Malakillas, I think?
Yeah,
takes the mark over the top of the big fella. Chips it out wide. Takes a charge. Whoops, a daisy. Too high the tackle there, I would suggest, on Rooster Wilson. And Rooster doesn't even know he's got the free kick, but he's going to go back and take it now. No need for that, I think, Tatey. I think you want to play in the grand final next week. You just keep your arms down by your side. Put your hands in your pockets, son.
Oh, good mark, Jason Flynn here at centre wing. And young Flynn now coming into the action. Oh, he's got Elmer with a paddock out there at centre half forward. Takes it over the top to him. And Jamie Elmer now goes back. Looks up the ground, light, making good position. Can't take the footy. Batters up well. Under pressure from Stasic. Comes in, picks it up. Bursts through. Under pressure to McCabe. Got out of it nicely. McCabe's kick, a tumble punt. Dropped short. Now an opportunity for Camerado. Kicked off the carpet there by Wilson, who copped a pretty heavy bump there from Camerado. The umpire suggests it was illegal. I didn't think there was much in it. But the Rooster gets the free kick. Danny Wilson at the centre of the ground.
Looks pretty bright on screen, but I tell you it's getting dark here. As Wilson goes out towards Stewart, I think it is, and takes a good mark in front of Scotty Hurd. Wants to play on quickly. Well, they have to do that, of course. That goes without saying. Chips it in towards Andrews, who is either marked or infringed. You can see it yourself there. I think it was an infringement over the top Scotty Simon and Justin Andrews now playing in attack. Had a good 3 quarters on the dangerous Darryl Bissett in defence. Not used to playing there for sure, but I just wonder whether that was the right move or not. We kept Darryl Bissett down, but perhaps he's cut down the scoring opportunities up forward, because if Marty Stewart hasn't got it up there, there hasn't been much else from.
Yeah, certainly, Cookie.
Andrews got to kick it about 48 metres. The ball getting a bit heavy now. The Jew's starting to settle in on the ground. Doesn't make the distance. Been an appeal for a mark here. About 17 wanted the mark, and the umpire rightly says, I think we'll ball it up.
Bounce down right in the goal square for the Amateurs as Welsh again, just with sheer strength, just plucks it out of the air. And his kick, only a short one, but it goes to where the big fella now in the Stewart gets it, punts it up to the teeth of goal. Take the ball cleanly. Loose ball now, ground level. Camerado with strength. Goes through nicely, chips it across to where the run of Greaves. Runs through half back, and a long bomb out the direction of Jamie Elmer, but I think he's kicked it too far and wide out of bounds on the full, and the Amateurs get the penalty free kick.
Yeah, Rooster's got it. Danny Wilson's got it. He goes along with the right foot towards that half forward flank position. Welsh stands there and takes the mark, but there might be a shepherding free kick.
Isn't a bad effort though from the big fella. On the string.
Bit of practice for next week.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe the decision, but he's quite prepared to talk about it, the umpire, and hand it back. And that's little Jimmy Malakillas, who hasn't given up trying most of the afternoon there for the Amateurs Football Club.
How many warnings you got to give him?
The effects might come into life there, Ronnie, as Malakillas comes in and fires. That's right up the goal mouth. Come on, boy, just to the left, he leaned back. All right, I think it's a goal. Yep, the Ferrop kicks another one. That's his second for the afternoon. And the Amateurs, get one to add a bit of respectability to the score and upset my margin of 8 goals, Ron.
It certainly has, Cookie. But Nevertheless, the Anakie Footy Club will be playing off for the 94 Premiership Cup as Amateurs 10-5-65, Anakie 15-10-100. Bird Cameron chartered accountant, final quarter scoreboard. Rocky's Grove, it is Locksmith time clock showing 18 minutes gone to the final term.
35 points the difference, Laurie. There's no coming back, is there?
No, certainly not at all, Cookie. They can't come back from here.
It's all over. It's getting dark here. Welshie looks pretty dark out there. He takes the ball, tumbles the punt towards Light. Can't take the mark. Here's Tate on the left foot. Gets around nicely, kicks the pass into the pocket. Gavin, hand pass over the top. I don't know about those. I don't know if they're legal or not. He only got it to McCabe anyway, who chipped in. The ball slid up the side of the boot from Kenny McCabe, and it's out on the full. It was meant for Danny Wilson. Little Greaves has got the kick, and he kicks it towards C. Bessett. He gets back. He can't touch on this occasion, and it's out on the full. Richardson in the back pocket. Ronnie's got this one.
Yeah, kicks it long, and well, the ball there. Oh, Camerotto could have infringed, but Bissett's been paid the mark at the back of the pack.
Welsh.
Did I say Bissett?
You said Bissett.
Welsh.
They're good, mates. They won't mind, Ronnie. As he unloads with a long one. Look at
Corey
Bissett with great strength. Oh, it's not paid. I thought he might have had that one. Little Gavin left foot. Little Gavin has missed it to the left-hand side.
Pretty impressed with some of these little small players, man. They've chipped in. They haven't done.
Greaves, Flynn, Galvin, Flynn Light.
When we come to pick best players, we'll probably go for the Bissets and the Welshes, but they've been very, very handy and very effective.
101 plays 65 on the Bird Cameron Chartered Accountants final quarter scoreboard.
Other side of the ground, and they go. Opportunity now. Gore couldn't take.
What's he had to the daisy?
Was Light. Light now. Up they go. Oh, Tate up high. Couldn't take it. Galvin taps it out wide. Light recovers. Shoots from about 30 metres. Darryl Bissett saying, why didn't you look at me, son? He was about 20 metres from goal with no one around him.
And he's still telling him.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you learn, isn't it?
Certainly.
He just looked up and saw he might have seen the lights flashing. I don't know what he saw there, Lighty. Here's the kick out of full back from Farrell. Out to half-back, players rise high. Camerotto was up high, couldn't take the mark. The ball goes to the ground. Thompson it was, yes. Jolly. Kick around the corner to Jolly, can't take the mark. Here comes Stewart, hand pass over the top, goes towards Wilson. He needs to be shepherded, he's not. Got the hand pass away there to Schwarzer. The Middleton goes into the centre half forward position. Jarman's up in front, it's knocked away. And a great mark to Scotty Simon. Playing now at centre half back, and Simon goes left foot towards Pittman. Pushed under the ball by Doyle. It bounces over the heads. It goes another 45-50 metres. It's a long kick, and then in context of that, here comes Lee Shaw. Hand pass out wide. Gets it across to Richardson of the Amateurs. He swings it out wide to his long-sleeved teammate in Taylor, and Taylor chips towards half forward. Oh, went past him. Stewart got it. Hand pass over the top, so right. Here's a chance. Amos, little kick into Andrews, and he's taken the mark.
Probably could have went over the top, I think.
Well, yeah, he's going to try. He's going to kick the goal himself, it reckons, and let's hope he does for the Amateurs' sake.
Angle's pretty acute, Ron.
And taking plenty of time over it.
Now he elects not to go for the goal. He has to chip it across to Ben Reynolds, who takes the mark, and Ben's quite a good kick. He should certainly make the distance. Little Jason Flynn got no hope of knocking the ball away there, but here's Reynolds.
I'll come down.
Coming in to shoot for goal. Belated goal perhaps for the Geelong Amateurs Football Club. Is it their last goal in GDFL footy? He's kicked it. It's a goal. Well, don't look at me like that, Ron. There's moves afoot for the Amateurs to go into the Bellarine Football League. Don't tell me that's stupid you haven't heard those.
No, I have heard that, David. That's not a bad call, really, from yourself there like that. You actually do read the papers down there at Anglesey.
Well, listen, is that the last goal for the Amateurs Football Club, the GDFL? I asked you a question.
I think it might be.
Okay, Laurie de Goldie?
No, I'm not so sure about that. I think there'll be a lot of work done before they join the Bellarine. I'm not even sure whether that's the right thing to do myself.
Okay, 30 points the difference. Camerotto comes out of the middle He slaps it further upfield. He goes back, gets it himself. The hand pass to Light wasn't all that good, but Light was good enough to get it over the top. Little Gavin has gold. Magnificent goal on left foot, and what a magnificent move out of them. They moved the ball beautifully, Anakie, and I reckon, I tell you what, if North Geelong don't buy a copy of this tape, they have a good study of it, they are off their heads.
I mean, there was some terrific football just there. That's just what we said before. They shared it around, they ran onto the ball, they fed the handball off, and young Phil, wasn't it? Finish up with a nice goal there right at the finish.
Yeah, great team football, and that's what wins premierships, gentlemen.
Oh, exactly right.
The effort was very good from Light after Cameron had done the hard work. But the hand pass to Light wasn't good, but he was able to spin, turn, get it. 107 plates, 71 on the bird. Cameron Chartered Accountant scoreboard, and Reynolds versus Welsh in the middle.
Yeah, tap forward, Pittman, well done. Kicked off the carpet, Callis, who's worked his backside off for the amateurs here this afternoon. But unfortunately, he can't regain possession. It's out of bounds, out of side, half forward flanked.
Time clock ticking away, Ron.
Yep, 25 minutes gone on the Rockies, Corio Village. Locksmith, time clock.
Big Phil Pop walks past. You want to buy a tape of this, Dick? You can learn something from this, son. He's kept going. Don't want to buy one. He got too much money. Didn't want to spend his money at all. Here's the hand pass back towards. Looks like Malakellis had a pretty good second half. Hand pass to Richardson, who's knocked up trying. He comes out a half back and kicks the ball in the centre of the ground. Might have owned it for the umpire on that occasion. Wasn't a good kick at all. Costello tackle. Got the hand pass away. Wilson slaps it back past Costello. Goes after it again. Danny Wilson. Toe pokes it. Not too good. Gagle gathers. Gagle gives it across there to Jolly. The Electrolux man didn't get the vacuum onto that one, but he got it back to Jolly. It's all right because Bruce takes the mark short of centre wing. He spares the pass into the half forward line, and this player's got better as the day's gone on. Tate, he's run out of bounds and gone to the boundary umpire, which is bad luck because his kick was magnificent to deep is, and he would have kicked the goal, I'd suggest, from 20 metres out.
Top call away from the boundary umpire. Is that your mate, Ron?
That's my mate, Danny LaRue Van Wanroo, and I tell you what, he's number one in the GFUL eyes.
All right, here's Danny Van Roy. That's what he's trying to get out there, wasn't he, would you? He throws it back into play. Up they go. Umpire's found a free kick out of this one. It's going to go in his way. Jason Flynn was making the play, and he takes the free kick. He chips it across to Pittman, who's led backwards, if you don't mind. Oh, he fell back on his bum. That would have hurt. And Malakellis at ground level does well for the Emmos. Chips it back. Here comes Welsh. Here pass across to Flynn. Over the top. No. The kick smothered off the boot. Here comes... Oh! That might be down the ground, Ronnie. I think that might have been a high tackle.
Well, it was just a good hip and shoulder, I thought.
Bit late.
Good hip and shoulder.
I agree with you, Ron. That's what footy's all about.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that.
It was little Flynn. Wilson got the kick. Wilson got the kick. Back it goes. That's Jamison, was it? Getting the ball out wide there towards Welsh and Greaves. Intercepting here comes Wilson. Little chip across the body. Across the ground as well. And the mark taken by Schwarzer Middleton.
Forward, the ball dropped short, and Costello. Middleton hasn't kicked the ball well at all day today, and well, Stewart really was demonstrating. They're not happy because the way they go, the Anakie boys now, with Alma over the top to Camerotto. He now steadies himself, looks up the ground, a long bomb. Daryl Bissett back in the pack. Can he kick it?
Look at the pace of the heat. He went up 1 mile an hour. He's kicked the goal. Sensational stuff. The Heat kicks his second. Corey's kicked about 6, I reckon. What a kick. 7, I think. The Bissett boys are dominating down there. Look, he's puffed. He ran a yard. He's puffed. Terrific stuff. He's been held in check for 3 quarters, I reckon, but I reckon he's cut him about a bit in the last.
He certainly has.
Nicely.
Yeah, he certainly has.
I'll tell you who's played well this last quarter is Camerotto.
Yeah, he has come back into it, Camer. Had a good second
tell you
quarter.
what, good players don't play bad games, Laurie de Goldie. 17-11, 1-13, Anakie. Amateurs 11-5, 71 on the Perth Cameron final quarter. Chartered Accountant scoreboard.
Gago, who comes through strongly, but that man Welsh again. Gee whiz, wouldn't want a dollar for every touch he's had today as he sees Costello come in strong. Kick it off the carpet. Now Elmer doing battle there with his opponent. I think you'll find in Malakellis. Malakellis will get the free kick because Elmer was a little bit undisciplined, and Jimmy Malakellis drives them amateurs now into attack. 28.5 minutes gone in the final quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith.
Here goes. That was the time clock you're trying to get out. Ronnie got it for you. Here goes the Perth. Oh, Welshie back there again. Easy as you like. Kicks it out wide. Greaves. Has he got enough pace to match Wilson? He has. That sits for him nicely. He shakes off Wilson. He straightens up and goes for goal. Here comes Greaves. Greaves is goal. It's another out here in the final quarter.
Hey, what a great goal.
Sensation. Because Danny Wilson is pretty quick. And he shook him off. And he shook him. And he shaked him. And he straightened just a magnificent
that's a
kick
top.
for goal.
That's a top effort. I reckon he's played quite well, that Greaves. Very impressed with him.
Second
He's got
goal.
a lot of run in him.
Yeah, a lot of running in him. And
You wouldn't be able to catch him, Ronnie.
Oh, down the well, he might be a chance. 18-11, 119 Anakie. The Amateurs 11-5, 71. Anakie in the last quarter have kicked 6 goals, Ronnie.
yeah, they certainly have.
Amateurs
And,
have managed just the 2 major scores.
have come home very, very well. Bounced down in the middle. Welsh again, this time beaten by Reynolds. Very rare occasion. Malacallis burst through. Got around Greaves nicely, had a bounce, good classy football. Looks to the pocket, lovely stuff. Peter Klingon doesn't let him down.
Played a good first quarter, Peter Klingon, but been missing a bit, Laurie, I
He
thought he said.
he died out of it a little bit, like a lot of amateur players.
He looked very dangerous early too, Klingon. Now Jefferson stands the mark as Klingon comes in on the left foot. He straightens up and goes for goal. Magnificent kick from Klingon. I think he's cleared the pack. He kicked the goal. Oh, great kick from Peter Klingon. The pants dropper's not one.
Yeah, nice job. And a lovely goal too for the amateur side. And
It was Sean Cannon's spine on him one night at the disco one night. He saw him, actually he said his belt slipped or something, but they seemed to go down. The jocks went with him evidently, but that's the way it goes. Klingon kicks his second goal.
certainly amateurs now move to 12s, 5, 77, 42-point trailers over 18, 11, 119. Bird Cameron, chartered accountant, final quarter scoreboard.
It's roughly 7 goals the difference. Here comes Welsh out of the centre, bullets his way, gets it across to Flynn. The hand pass is all right, Flynn towards half-board. Here comes Tate, he can't kick right foot, he's tried hard anyway. Into the forward zone he goes, Farrell comes out in front of Dubis and takes the mark. Runs through Gavin, he kicks the ball towards centre half-back. Well played, Farrell in Middleton takes the mark and swings onto his left foot.
And Daryl Bissett not moving too well either, by the way. Let's hope he hasn't aggravated that injury.
I think he just thought, well, I don't have to run this fast anymore this week.
He would have another season in him.
Save for next week.
The ball's up the woods. Is that Stewart there at half-forward, Ronnie?
Yeah, long bomb.
Another one.
Oh, hit the post, I think.
Good kick, Marty Stewart from a standing
All over.
Siren's gone. Marty Stewart finishes the day with 5 goals and 5 behinds in a great solo performance on the forward line. Not good enough, though, to get the amateurs up. They've been defeated in the preliminary final of 94. See Jimmy Malacallis on screen there. Hello, there's the two water babies. Are at level of this. Oh, Brady, settle down, son. I can see you rising to the occasion. Just settle down a bit.
This is a wet t-shirt competition, isn't
Oh,
it?
I don't know. I tell you what, the girls have been excited there. The umpire's coming up. They've got a grin on the dial too. Shook her head very nice. Everything went there at the present time. Let's get back to the scoreboard. If we could, please, Sir Director. No, Fatty's picked that up magnificently, but don't miss a trick, man. As the umpire's coming up the ground, Daddy Van Roy, the best boundary umpire in the competition.
That's it.
He
It's the
walks
one.
up there with Sean Rafferty, the Mount Irishman. Here's the scoreboard. The Amateurs, 12 goals, 6, 78 points on the Bird Cameron Chartered Accountant scoreboard, have been defeated by Anakie in a duel for a grand final position. Anakie kicked 18-11. That's 119 points. So a pretty big win for Anakie in the final stages of this game.
Certainly, Cookie. Goal kickers for the afternoon. Well, there's been quite a number of them, especially from an Anakie point of view, who did move the ball around very, very well between themselves. Corey Bissett, sensational up front with 6. 2 goals apiece to Phil Gavin, Daryl Bissett and Jason Greaves, Jamie Elmer, and single goal kickers, Scotty
7
Simon.
for Corey.
7 goals, was it?
Yes, Ron, that's right. You are wrong again. The accurate one's wrong again. Well done, Ronnie. That's all right.
Thank you very much. I do apologise, Corey. 7 goals is correct. I can't add up all these marks. My pen's just about run out of ink. Fair dinkum.
Jeez, it was going all right when the two Sheila having a water fight.
Scotty Simon and Glenn Pittman and Glenn Light with singles.
Sammy Luke coming off the ground. He tried very hard, Ron, didn't he?
That certainly did, yes. And we were disappointed, Sammy Luke there on screen. Amateurs were very well served. Marty Stewart with 5 goals. And there he is, the big fella of the heap, having a nice cold cleanser and a well-deserved one at that.
Just like myself, couldn't wait to get off the ground, never can. He got that one on it. Good on you, Heap.
Marty Stewart with 5, Jimmy Malacallis 2, Peter Klingon 2, singles to Brad Thompson, Andy Smith, Ben Reynolds. Better players, gentlemen.
Okay, well, I'll do a few for you. Eminence, well, Farrell tried out at fullback. Sammy Luke was nearly their best player all day, I thought, for the MOs. Reynolds had a bit of a purple patch there, second and early stages, third quarter, but not enough. But Richardson was trying hard. Malakellis, I thought, had a very good second half, Ron. I thought he competed well. Andrews is very good all day. I mean, he had to go on the forward line to try and win the game. Laurie did. He done a very good job on the heap down there in the back line, but look, he wasn't their worst player by a long, long way.
No, definitely not.
Okay, Stewart, he's 5 goals, 5 at full forward. Maybe could have put him a bit closer, a bit more straight at kicking, but gee, he did very well from here. Is their only light apart from Jarman on the forward zone, and the rest of them, I can't say much about them. Danny Wilson had a bit of possession, but didn't use it too well. But Anakie, Ronnie?
Well, there's a mile list of them. I was very impressed, as Laurie DeGoldie mentioned earlier, with the kids. Phil Gabbard, I loved Jason Greaves' game, and I'm going to nominate him for the best team player award
here today. That's a great
today.
shot, that, isn't it? That's sensational. That could almost be the Anakie Football Club poster of the year, couldn't it?
Yeah, I thought you said footballers don't smoke. Have a look at them all.
Yeah, Gargle, he's got one in his ear straight away, Gargle.
Got one behind his ear too.
Yeah, no, the kids, I was very impressed with Jason Greaves, Glenn Light. I thought played a great game. Michael Gibbons, Scotty Hearn, Justin Tate, very impressed.
Very good player, Justin Tate.
After half-time, very good.
And, well, what a mixture they've got. I mean, you've mentioned those players. What about the best man on the ground, probably, Paul Welsh?
Look at that idiot up there.
You've got Jamie Elmer, Cameron running around, Darryl and Corey Bissett. Hey, it's not a bad-looking unit, is it, really?
Well, Ron, next week's going to be very... I can't wait. We got to wait 7 days?
Yeah, we do, Laurie.
Only 6, I think. We play on the
That's
Saturday.
right, Saturday it is.
Well, we've got to wait 6 days, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be a tremendous game of football. Today, Anakie to me showed that they're very capable of winning this premiership. I'm very impressed with the way they play their football. They're as direct as they possibly can be. They kick the ball long. They've got the little players you've just spoken about that run off and feed off these slower type players, if you like to call that, but they're very experienced players. And Paul Welsh, as far as I was concerned today, if you were taking stats with Paul Welsh today, I'm not joking, you would run out of a biro. It would run out of lead. Because he was tremendous today. If you count everything he did today, his ruck play, his handballs, his shepherding, his kicks, they would have tallied to an enormous amount.
Laurie, does this mean you're going to set up here next week with us and call the game with us?
I'd say so.
You beauty.
Yeah, that's great news, Laurie, because it's always...
Laurie, can you give us some votes, Laurie?
Yeah, your votes.
Well, I'll give my votes today, and I couldn't go past Paul Welsh. As I just said before, he played a tremendous game today. I thought he was outstanding in everything he did. Not just the way he plays, but his leadership out there as well. Certainly. He was a top player today, and I don't think I've seen him play any better than he played today. Corey Bissett for 7 goals. He's certainly got to get a mention there. I'd have to give 2 votes to Corey Bissett. I thought he played well.
And I reckon he's looking across at my notes, Ronnie.
Well, I don't know whether I am or not. Unfortunately, I can't give an amateur player a best player unless we really have to do that. I'd like to give mine 1 vote, and I could have probably given this 1 vote to 2 or 3 Anakie players, but I thought Jolly at centre-half back played solidly all day, and he gets my 1 vote. The amateur players, we can't go without mention. As I said, I'm a bit rough not probably giving them a vote, but I thought, as Cookie said before, Lukey played all right in the centre most of the day. Andrews, I think you've got to give him a mention. He played a very good game, and he held Darryl Bissett.
Nullified him, didn't he?
He went on the forward line. He still gave amateurs plenty of fireworks down there. I was happy with Jarman. Probably till half-time I thought he played very well. He gave him plenty of options, and I think I might have said, in old football term, he's a goer. He played well. I was quite pleased with Wilson. I thought he played, he's a good little player, that Wilson. I thought he played quite well. Malakellis, as Cookie said, played well all day, probably better in the second half. And Stewart for 5 or 6 goals, he was a top player as well.
You've mentioned all the good players there, Laurie. Good judgment.
Certainly is.
Your votes today, Ronnie?
Yeah, well, I've left the big fella out of my votes today because I thought that Reynolds did very well against him, and certainly Walshy, a director of traffic out there for most of the day, and a job well done. But I looked at it a little bit differently today. I looked at the kids that were playing, and I agree with Laurie. I gave Darren Jolly 1 vote. I thought his game was excellent across the half-back line. Corey Bissett for his 7 goals was excellent, and I thought that a defender again. In my notes when I looked down, and he was the only player that I've got down for 4 quarters, and that was Scotty Hearn, who didn't put a bloody foot wrong all day in the back pocket, and I've given him my 3 votes today.
Tell you what, we're all pretty much around the same. I've given Scotty Hearn one vote. I thought he was tremendous in the back pocket this afternoon. He never missed a trick, as Ronnie said, and he just did the job very nicely. When the ball had to be paddled out of bounds, he did it just nicely, and let them all regroup. And when it had to be kicked down the ground, he did that also. I gave 2 points to Corey Bissett for his game at full forward. I think he was playing there. Him and Darryl were sort of swapping around a bit there. He kicked 7 goals through, and he might have easily kicked about 9. And
Look at the boys in blue.
he was an absolute heart attack.
Have the kick of the footy, son.
Well, look at this.
What's that hamstring, son? Oh.
How'd you like him to get you for D&D? He sent the slipper. That was not a bad kick, not a bad action, that at all. They used to be able to put you in the bum when you were a kid, and they can't do it now, Ronnie. Didn't do me any harm. Well, I don't think it did. Corey Bissett, 2 points for a great game at full forward, and he just controlled the air down there. It was sensational. And I gave 3 votes to Welshie. I thought he was the best man on the ground. I disagree with Ronnie. And so we've got Paul Welsh with 6 points, Corey Bissett with 6 points, Scotty Hearn with 4 points, and Darren Johnny with 2 points. All Anakie players. Ronnie Brain, it's up to you. You're the boss of the show to decide which way these votes go.
Well, Corey Bissett's got votes off everyone, so Corey Bissett's got to get best on ground here this afternoon with 7 great goals. So congratulations, Corey. 2 votes went to Paul Walsh, and I would suggest that
Scotty
Hearn gets the 1 vote off guest video commentators for the division preliminary final here.
Would it be fair to say that Doug and Julie Pike Team Player Award would then go to Darren Jolly? Is that fair comment, Roddy?
Yeah, Darren Jolly or Jason Greaves, it's up to you.
Greaves? No, it's up to you. Have you already given it, have you?
Cookie, what about that kicking style? What about the instep on that bloke?
Look
I look where his hand is, though.
You wouldn't like to be in H division, would you? You cop that. I'm only kidding, of course. I've been in H division, they don't do that.
We'll give it to Darren Jolly.
No, look, you go where you like, Ronnie. I didn't know you'd given it already.
No, Darren
I was telling
Jolly.
with Jason Greaves. He played a great game, kicked a couple of goals, was very handy for them.
Yeah, I thought he played very well, Greaves as well.
Well, come on, Ronnie.
No decision, Ronnie.
Nah, Darren Jolly. Now give it to Darren because he's got votes off us, and really in the end of the upshot of the whole thing, he just missed out on getting a glass tankard. This way, at least he gets acknowledgement. And well, it's just going to make Jason Greaves work a bit harder next week in the big grand final.
What do you think next week, quickly?
Anakie.
Those 3 blokes
I
there.
think Anakie is certainties.
Cookie, those 3 blokes there. Cookie, those 3 blokes there have got to get votes, haven't they?
Have they? Well, the
Well,
way
that
he
makes
kicks
the worst kick I've ever
He's
seen.
got no left foot at all, that bloke. Needs to work a bit on that.
One concern, and I'll qualify my statement, as long as Darryl Bissett plays, and I'm a bit concerned about his leg.
Oh, he'll play. They'll have Bradford back next week too for suspension, Ronnie. The bat, he'll be
Mate,
back.
I've seen Darryl Bissett play on one leg. At least he can run.
I reckon he plays better on one leg.
I think looking ahead, a week ahead, a lot will depend on Welshie. If he can repeat today's dose
No problem.
against Vac and Alfred, and again, he'll be with the big show. Jeez, it would be a fairy tale story if they can bolt up. I'll be out there.
Just remember, Laurie, I predicted this 10 weeks ago.
Oh, not on tape, Ron. In your dreams.
Scary, isn't it? Scary.
Oh, can we have the umpires back on the screen, please? We just want to give them some acknowledgement there. The Centrals, David Rose and Andrew Maxwell, the ones that Ronnie loves to hate. The boundary umpires, Sean Rafferty and Daddy Van Wan Roy. Ronnie, get that right. Goal umpires, Ray Menzies and, of course, Darren McKinnon. And the emergency umpire was Robbie Hallett. And they did a pretty good job here this afternoon, contrary to Ronnie Brain's opinion. The commentators and everything, Ronnie, can you run through those, please?
Yes, of course. Cookie, special comment man, and the accurate one again, Laurie de Goldie. Thanks for your help again, Laurie, this afternoon.
Thanks for having us, Ron.
It's a pleasure. David Tigger Cook directing traffic up here in the box, and it's been a lot of fun too, Cookie.
It usually is, Ron, isn't it?
Yeah, good stuff. And another great shots work from our cameraman again, and Brett Revere, Sean Cannon and Robbie Watson. Each fellas. And I've got to give the old fella, the old stager downstairs, Noel Fandango Fanning, the director of traffic, the master of ceremonies, another fine guest video production, Fano.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the boys reckon that's your head in the trough.
It's the only bird he has a proposition, I reckon. She's got her head down saying, no, not again.
I'd say he's just about a proposition.
See you next week in the grand final.
18-11 on 119 points, Anakie. The Eminence 12-6-78 on the Bird Cameron Chartered Accountant scoreboard. And I thank you very much for viewing guest video.